Hello, how is everyone? I hope that you are all great. In this video, I want to talk with you about 5 of the reasons why it is that some children are thinking more negatively than others. And also I'm going to share with you some ideas on how to help children that are thinking negative most of the time. But first of all, let me welcome you to Growing Resilience in Kids. My name is Anna, and I help children learn how to believe more in themselves, learn how to move through fear so they can step outside their comfort zone, do the things that makes them happy, and reach their fullest potential. Now, if you are not happy, if you are depressed, if you want to change something in your life, then you need to do one thing, one very important thing. You need to learn to be an observer, a detective, to be aware of your thoughts. As I said before, the mind can be your best friend sometimes, and sometimes can be your worst enemy. So why it is important to be aware of our thoughts? Because the thoughts that we choose affects our mood, affects our behavior, affects our decisions, affects our actions, our reactions, and the most important, affects our results, the results in our life. So our thoughts are very, very important. The way that we think, it is very, very important, because the thoughts that passes through our mind are responsible for everything that happens in our life. I remember that I read somewhere, can't remember exactly where, but I read something that stuck into my mind, which I truly believe it is true. Please leave me your comments if you believe the same. As your thoughts are, so is your life. Please leave me your comments if you agreed with this. Now, let's have a better understanding of our mind. Let's use an analogy, or think of our mind as a flower. So think that you want to plant a seed of a specific flower, but to see results, there are some things that you need to do, right? You need to look after the flower. You need to put water to the flower. You need to take all the things that grows around the flower. So only this way you can see results. If you plant the seed and after that you don't put water, you leave all the things to grow on the top of the seed, then you won't see the flower, right? The same happens with our mind. If you want your mind to help you, because you need your mind to help you, then you need to feed the mind with positive, with empowering thoughts. It does make sense. Please write me yes or no, because I can't see if anyone it is here with me. So it makes sense what I just said. Now, as I said, I'm going to share with you 5 of the reasons why some of us think more negatively than others, why some children think more negatively than others. So the first thing, it is because we, or children, they ignore the good side, because they are focusing only on the negative things. They pay more attention to the bad things. And let me give you an example. Let's say a child has a test, and when he receives the test, the answers, what do you think he sees first? He sees the wrong answers. He's focusing on the wrong answers. He forgets about all the good answers. He's focusing on the wrong answers, and he will say, if I would have these two answers right, then I will have the higher points, isn't it? And I'm sure that we do the same things most of the time. We focus on the negative things. The second reason, it is because they blow up things. People who think more negatively, they have this habit of making a big deal from small things. The third reason why some people think more negatively than others, it is because they live in the future. They are thinking too much in the future. They are not in the present moment. They worry about the things that didn't even happen. But they are already imagining that things are not going to work, that something happened, something bad can happen. The fourth reason, it is because they have a negative belief about themselves, not just about themselves. They have negative beliefs about life. And the fifth reason, it is because they believe that things has to be in a certain way. They have a fixed mindset. So if the things that they want are not working in the way that they want, then they start to think that they are not good enough, they are not smart enough. So these are only 5 of the reasons that why some people are more negatively than others. But how can we help children change their negative thoughts? Well, the first thing that we can do is to help them to change their focus. Help them to change their focus in the right direction, in the good side, and stay focused on that side. If we don't help children to focus on the good sides and we leave them those negative thoughts, then those negative thoughts will grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And the worse thing it is, it will become a habit. And it will be very hard for them to get rid of this way of thinking. Also, by doing this, we teach children how to control their thoughts and not giving the mind the chance to win and make them feel most of the time sad, worry, or fear. Another way to help children change their negative thoughts, it is to ask them what if questions. So for example, ask them, and what if you lose the game? Or what if you won't get the test? Then help them to shift what if, the negative side to positive side. But what if you will take the test? But what if you will go to that party and people will like you? But what if you will win the match? And so on. Another way to help children change their negative thoughts is to help them to not over create scenarios. So I talk about this method in another videos, but today I want to explain why it is so powerful, this method. And this method, it is to write down their thoughts. Hello, Viorica. It is to write down their thoughts. Writing down your thoughts, writing down their thoughts will control the mind to not overreact. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever tried to think something and you ended up thinking about something else? Please type yes or no. You see, our mind can be very, very tricky sometimes. It can prevent us from staying focused on the important things, on the things that we want to focus, that we try to focus on. So that's why when you write down your thoughts, you won't just feel better, but you will also prevent your mind from being distracted with other unwanted thoughts. Now, I hope you find this video beneficial. Thank you very much for watching. And if you like this video, then please share it. Wish you all a lovely day. Bye.